Good evening, friends. Today we'll start talk number 4, more Islamic prophecies about the signs of the last day, the hour, the resurrection. There is actually 42 names in the Quran for the day, the last day. Each one is a different name, but all due to the same meaning. The last day, the day of resurrection, the day of completely different things going to happen. But just like number 3, talk number 3, I would like to start with what is interesting in the Quran about social order, about teachings that I find that especially this one about the parents and the respect of the parents, which is unique. I didn't find anything like that in other religions or other faiths. It's really emphasized here in the Quran about the respect of the parents and how you treat them. This is very important for the health of a family, and that's the beginning. Once you have a healthy family, you will have a healthy neighborhood, you will have a healthy people. Okay, let's start with the English translation of this part of Surah Al-Isra, ayah number 24. Surah Al-Isra, ayah number 24. And your Lord has decreed that you not worship except Him, and to parents good treatment, whether one or both of them reach old age while with you or not. Say not to them so much as oof. In Arabic, oof means that I'm sick and tired of you. And do not repel them, but speak to them a noble word. And lower to them the wing of humility out of mercy, and say, my Lord, have mercy upon them, as they brought me up when I was small. Isn't that beautiful? Your Lord is most knowing of what is within yourselves. If you should be righteous in intention, then indeed He is ever to often returning to Him forgiving. And give the relative his right, and also the poor and traveler, and do not spend wastefully. Indeed, the wasteful are the brothers of the devils, and even has Satan been to his Lord ungrateful. So this is about 4 or 5 commands here. They all are righteous and all give you a beautiful way of feeling about yourself after you do that. And the beauty I like about it is that your word, your work will be judged by intention, as Baha'u'llah said. The intention is more important than whether you find it or not. Because it's not up to us to reach the most high degree of whatever we do, but it is in our intention. We are judged on our intention. That's exactly what's here in the Quran. And I love that because parents are very important in the all aspect of life. Now, let's see something about the personal advice to the people. And Luqman said, Luqman is one of the wise people. "Oh my son, indeed, if your wrong should be way of a mustard seed and should be within a rock or anywhere in the heavens or in the earth, Allah, God, will bring it forth. Indeed, God is subtle and acquainted." You know, how important is the deed of good deeds. And God will always look for the good deed in you. "O son, establish prayer. Enjoin what is right. Forbid what is wrong. And be patient over what befalls you." Just like Baha'u'llah said, for every virtue there is a limited award, except patience, which is a limitless award. Exactly the same thing here in the Quran. Indeed, all that is of the matter requiring determination. So it's the will that God had endowed on you to do something good. And do not turn your cheek in contempt towards people, and do not walk through earth exultantly. Indeed, God does not like everyone self-deluded and boastful. And be moderate in your pace and lower your voice. Indeed, the most disagreeable of sounds is the voice of donkeys. Just to give you an example, what kind of voice you have to have. My lady. Now, we'll turn to the prophecies of the last day. Now, again, this is from Surah Al-Anbiya, Ayah 104, 104. The day when we will fold the sky like the folding of a written sheet of paper, and we begin the first creation, we will repeat it. That is a promise binding upon us. Indeed, we will do it. So what does it mean that he's gonna fold everything, the sky, just like a book with multiple joints and multiple layers? That's exactly what the sky is. As we said before, it's the religion of the day. This is the religion that the religions, in fact, in the past, is going to be all got together and closed like a book now. That's another thing about the promise. It will be on the day the earth will be replaced by another earth. How can you replace the earth, and the heavens as well, and all creatures will come out before God, the one, the prevailing. Okay. So if the earth will be different anymore, it will be replaced, and the sky will be replaced. That's exactly. The sky is the religions, earth is our belief. Those will be completely gone, and something new will come. And He is assuring us that, yeah, I will do it. It's not something that I will not, or I'm gonna say, no, you are different, I'm gonna leave you alone. Everything in the nature has a beginning and an end. Everything has a beginning and end, except one thing, creation of God. There is no beginning, there is no end. Limitless. Each side, you go this way or this way, it's limitless. But everything else goes into spring, summer, fall, winter, including religions, including faith, including ideas, including the human being, everything in earth. The creation of an earth has a beginning and an end. This one is from Surah Al-Imran, ayah 193. Our Lord, indeed, we have heard a caller calling to faith, saying, believe in your Lord. And we have believed, our Lord, so forgive us our sins and remove us our misdeeds and cause us to die with righteousness. So there is a call for something in you. That's what he's saying here. Something called for a new faith, something called for something different. And we have to follow that. This one is from Surah Al-Ankabut, Spider, ayah number 5. Whoever should hope for the meeting with God, indeed, the term decreed by God is coming, and He is the hearing, the knowing. So, and whoever strives only strives for himself. Indeed, God is free from need of the worlds. Now, here we go to one of the Baha'i principles, independent investigation of the truth. Not asking your father, not asking your parents, not asking your mullah, not asking your priest, independent investigation of the truth. And whoever only strives for himself. Indeed, God is free from need of the worlds. So, it depends on how much you want to find the truth, you will be guided. Because if you don't strive, there is no reward. The whole idea of you are being created is to look for the truth, which is something eternal. The moment you stop looking for the truth, you are dead. There is nothing in you needs any immigration, need to be rejuvenated, you are dead. The truth is always there, and you have to look for it. This is from Surah Ibrahim, ayah number 52. This is a warning. This is a warning from God. So that Allah will recompensate every soul for what it earned indeed. God is swift in account. Always say in Arabic, proverb says, God will give you time, but will never forget you. He always will say, okay, you want more time? I will give you more time. You want more study? Go ahead, more study. But I will not forget that you didn't do your duty of investigating the truth. So everybody has to come to himself and say, did I really look for the truth? Or I just heard from somebody saying, this is not right, this is not true, those people are this religion imposes this kind of thing. It's all hearsay. It's all he said, she said. You have to look for the truth. He says, this God is, this Quran is notification. In other words, it's telling you have to be careful. For the people that they may be warned thereby, and that they may know that He is but one God, and that those of understanding will be reminded. Okay? Thank you. Now, this is from Surah Al-Zumar, ayah 69. That's another promise that something new is coming. And the earth will shine with the light of its Lord. Well, the earth was always shining with the light of its Lord. Well, we have to know that the earth will shine again with the light of its Lord. And the record of deeds will be placed, and the prophets and the witnesses will be brought, and it will be judged between them in truth, and they will not be wronged. That's justice. So you have to be careful. When there is something new, when there is a new light is coming to the world, you have to find out what's all about. That's your commitment to God. That's your commitment to your Creator. That you are always looking for something. You are always looking, what did He ask you to do? What are hidden in the books? What are the lot of warnings? You have to look after things. Everything is based on your intention, or your deed, your thing in this world. You're not, it's only 80, 85 years, 90 years in this world. The rest is all there. And you will be judged on those 80, 90 years, what you have done. And every soul will be fully compensated for what it did. So, be careful. And He is most knowing of what they do. So you cannot hide what you have done, or say, I'll find excuse for what I'm doing, or let's see, maybe tomorrow I'll find a solution. It's today. You have to look for the solution day by day. As Baha'u'llah said, bring yourself to account every day. Bring yourself to account every day. Every day you have to say, what did I do good or what did I do bad? What I'm doing to improve myself. That's the whole idea of creation. This is from Surah At-Tur, Ayah 7. Indeed, the punishment of your Lord will occur. So, indeed, it's going to happen, whether you like it or not. Of it, there is no preventer. On the day that heaven will sway with circular motions, then who that day to the deniers, who are in empty discourse, amusing themselves. That's exactly the whole idea. People are amusing themselves. They talk whatever they want to say. They create lies. They enjoy it. Backbiting, saying fake news, fake discoveries, everything nowadays is based whether it is true or not. And that's exactly what it's saying here. So we have to be careful to what to speak, what we hear, what we judge. Every minute of the day we are in test. We just don't leave things the way it is. We have to say, what is there? What is the reason? What's the wisdom in everything? God is wise. Let's take it from here. If God is wise and He created all this creation, all this beautiful universe that has no limit, east, west, up, down, stars like billions and billions. The whole universe is governed by gravity, by attraction, by 1,000,001 equation of how it affects each other, how those things are suspended in the universe. Now, let's see if all those about bringing another sky or cutting the sky in half or the earth will disappear and the stars will fall and the moons will disappear. What's the reason? What's the reason God is doing this? For fun of it? He all created all this. And now He wants to destroy everything? Because if He destroy one thing without the way it's supposed to be destroyed, the whole universe will collapse. All this big thing will be devastated. Nothing will stay. You know. So what? He's sick and tired of the creation. He's sick and tired of looking after us. He wants to destroy everything. Huh? I remember once there is a guy who was sick and tired from his wife, telling him what to do and criticizing everything. Finally, he came to her and he said, look, lady, I'm done. I want to go and forget about you, forget about the house, forget about the kids. I'm going to go and be a fakir or dervish, you know, with a bag for food, for help, and with a beard and put something about his hair. I'm going to be dervish and live a happy life. What did she tell you, the wife? She said, if you really have a brain or you really want to do something nice, why don't you go and become something very important rather than go and be somebody who is worth nothing? So that's the whole thing. Why would God do complete everything? He's sick and tired of it. He wants to be dervish. Why did he create all this? He's going to destroy it and kill us, and we all stand up and look at him. And what's the wisdom in it? Where is the wisdom? Where is the logic? God is 100% logical. Everything he had done is logic. Every little thing is big or small, has a logic in it, has some kind of a beautiful thing in the creation. Is God finished? All of a sudden he's going to close job and make everybody lay off everybody. What happened? Anyway, this is something that you have to think. In the Quran, there is 72 meaning for everything. And we have said before, there is something you can take it the same way you do it, or something that will look like, or it has another meaning. We don't have to take everything as the Quran said, or as any prophet said, just the way it is. There may be something different in it. Maybe something is completely has a wisdom in it. Where is this wisdom? Look for the wisdom. Look for the logic. God gave us brains. Although we are using only 10%, but the brain is working. Why can't we increase the power of our brain and find out what's all this? Why this creation? What happened? Where are we going from? Where are we coming from? There must be something in this world which is, we have to find out. We have to look for it, and we have to pray to God that He will guide us to that. This is from Surah Al-Ra'd, Ayah 14. To Him alone is the supplication of truth. Truth. We always have to find where is the truth, the wisdom. And those they call upon besides Him do not respond to them with a thing. In other words, you have to find out, is this from God or from somebody talked about something, or somebody who became himself investigator of the truth, and he's trying to give you some idea. Except as one who stretches his hands towards water from afar, calling it to reach his mouth, but will not reach it. How is he going to bring the water like that? There's a way of bringing the water to your mouth. As if like you go like that. There is no wisdom in it. But it will not reach it, of course. Follow the gravity, follow the laws of creation. And the supplication of the disbelievers is not but in error, futility. That's exactly what the word is full of now. Futility of everything. Everybody wants to say, I am the one who can give you example. I am the one who can approve this. I am the one who can tell you the truth. We have to look for it ourselves. That's from Surah Al-Nazi'at, Ayah 6. On the day the blast of the horn will convulse creation. There will follow it the subsequent one. Hearts that day will tremble, their eyes humbled because the magnitude of what's going to happen. They are presently saying, will we indeed be returned to our former state of life? What? In other words, we are going to dust? Even if we should be decayed bones, they say that then would be losing return. So in other words, so we'll be losing a way of life. There is no meaning for it anymore. We cannot return to the past. We cannot return to our origin. We'll be just dust all over the place. Is that the whole idea of creation? Is that what you say, I created you noble? I created you this, I gave you mind, I gave you this to think, I gave you this. I created everything for your pleasure. The animals, the earth, the beauty, everything is gone, finished, that's it. We have nothing to worry about. What is the wisdom? People say, I am very wise. Everybody say, hey, I'm very wise. I know everything, up and down, right and left. So what is the wisdom? Why we have to become nothing? Why? The other one, Surah Al-Murasilat, Ayah 5. As justification or warning, indeed, what you are promised is to occur. Whatever I promise you is going to happen. So when the stars are obliterated, wow, and the heaven is opened, and when the mountains are blown away, and when the messenger's time has come, for what day was it postponed? What happened? Well, the universe was completely collapsed. And that can make you know that is the day of judgment. You have to know everything, the day of judgment was because all this is going to go. No stars, no earth, heaven is open and people falling apart and stuff like that. What's happening in the day of judgment? Okay? So think, what does it all mean? Something is new is coming. Woe the day to the deniers. Did we not destroy the former people? Then we will follow them with the later ones. In other words, the past, the things that destroyed, so many things in the world happened. So many prophets came in the past, and they are all destroyed because they were for certain ages, for a certain time. They guided humanity to certain truth, certain stages of development, certain station of maturity. But now we have some kind of a aim to aim for, something we hoping for after all this, after all the collapse of the old beliefs, old religions, whatever, the dogmas all collapsed, you know. So must be something coming great to look for, another light, another hope to the humanity. Look for it. Something is happening when we saw. Look at the turmoil in the world nowadays. Is anybody happy? Is anybody happy what's happening? Everybody is upset. Everybody, the rise of depression in the people is unbelievable. Why? What happened? Because we are not following what we are supposed to do. We are not following to look for the truth. What's happening? This is the day and age, as Baha'u'llah said, is to have unity of mankind. nothing will happen in the world. No peace, no equality, no uh, wisdom will prevail unless we have unity. People will be always against people. Nobody wants to help anybody. Why we should take our money and help the poor? If we say, well, they are themselves, they are not working. You know, you can justify anything. But with unity, everything will come to a goal of hope, and new ideas, a new creation, a new light, and people will start being friends, being family. They help each other, they have a feeling each other. Nowadays there is no feeling. We are just like animals. Everybody wants to win and the rest to hell with them. That's not the whole idea of creation. This is from Surah Al-Qa, letter Qa, ayah 41. It says, the day they will hear the blast of the horn in truth. This is the day of emergence from the graves. What? Graves. That means they are dead. It's gone, finished. Indeed, it is we who give life and cause death, and to us is the destination. And listen, on the day when the caller will call out from a place that is near. That means near to Saudi Arabia. Where? That Iraq. And Baha'u'llah said, I am the one, follow me. He's saying, near place. He didn't say it's going to be United States, Australia, Japan. A near place. But we have to listen, we have to find out where is that near place. What is the new thing in the world? Mankind has to listen, mankind has to think, mankind have to have some hope for all this. There must be some reason, there must be some wisdom. And this ayah, he's saying the day of emergence. He wrote in it, the guy who translated it, from the graves. But in Arabic, it says Yawm al-Khuruj, the day of exiting. In other words, emergence, exiting, is the old religions. We get out of it to enter the new one. He is saying here, as I said before, graves. Why would we go out of the graves? For what? God has nothing to do unless make us again human beings out of dust. Where are we going to stand, all these people in the world? Billions and billions of people. Where are the land that will occupy our emergence, and we stand up and look for him? Where is the logic? That's from Surah Al-Haqqa, ayah 43. It is revelation from the Lord of the worlds. Okay, so if you hear something new, it could be revelations, something new. And if he had made up about his some false sayings, we would have seized him by the right hand. So in other words, if the guy he's giving you something wrong, God promised that I will seize him by the right hand, then we would have cut from him the aorta, the place, the veins of bringing blood. So in other words, he will kill him eventually. And there is no one of you who could prevent us from him. So in other words, God will make sure, will revenge from the person who is saying something wrong. So look for the end of something, or the false prophet, or the one who says, I came from God, and they are not. And indeed, his book is a reminder for the righteous. So be careful. His book is reminder for the righteous. Look into things. What he's saying. What his book is asking you to do. And indeed, we know that among you are deniers. Of course. For every something you do, there are deniers. And indeed, it will be a cause of regret upon the disbelievers. Be careful. It's a cause of regret because you don't follow what you're supposed to do. Look for the truth. Don't say no from the first thing they tell you. No, mine is the last one, nobody is coming. And indeed, it is truth of certainty, so exalt the name of your Lord, the Most Great. Be careful. Judge. Anything new, look, as it says in the Bible. How do you know the right one? It's from its fruit. Judge them by the fruit of their work. The fruit of somebody who is not right, it will disintegrate, it will fall down, everything will go within a couple of years, 10 years, 50 years. Every idea came not from God, went, except the religions, they stayed, because they are from God. So now, if there is something new from God, look for it. See what it is. Don't follow the old sayings, don't follow it. Judge them by the results. Look at the results, what's happening. If God knows that this is wrong, he will destroy it. He's saying, for sure I will destroy it. I will take him, I will cut his blood, I will, So we have to see if he didn't, that means it's true. Judge it with what's happening. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow, and ayah 208. 208. O you who have believed, enter into peace. That's all what the Baha'i faith is talking about, is peace, universal peace. That's the aim of why the faith is want us to be all united. The unity of mankind is to have peace. Every religions all said something is going to happen in the past, peace. And that's exactly what the whole idea about the new religion. Peace completely and perfectly. They'll find a way, because people said, yeah, it's peace, but they didn't give prerequisite to the peace. You have to see which is the one who is giving prerequisite to the peace, how we achieve it. Not it's just to say, yeah, I'd like to have peace. How do I do it? Did he say anything about it? What are the prerequisites of the peace in the past? Nothing. All the religion came for certain people, certain nations. In fact, the Islamic religion was mostly in the uh, the jihad and stuff like that. He's talking about peace. How are we going to achieve this peace? And do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Indeed, he is to you a clear enemy. So be careful. Study the things. Find out. Give time. See what's happening. The results. Judge it by your mind, by whatever brain you have. This is from again Surah Al-Baqarah, Ayah 106. We do not abrogate a verse or cause it to be forgotten, except that we bring forth one better than it or similar to it. Do you not know that God is over all things competent? So if something is going to go, I'm going to give you something better. I'm going to be something equal or better. So when things are done with all the religions, the new ones are better indeed, and that you have to follow it. That's, again, the way the world goes, in a circle, beginning and end, beginning and end. The new one is better than the old one. Equal or better, equal and better, until we reach the whole idea of what humankind has to become, has to achieve, what is the result, why God has created us. It's just to have wars and fight for wealth and everything. There must be some other idea, some lofty ideas. Why can't we have belief in that we are created to become something better? That's again from, let's see, Surah Al-In'am, Ayah 57. Say, indeed I am on clear evidence from my Lord, and you have denied it. I do not have that for which you are impatient. The decision is only for God. He relates the truth, and He is the best of the deeders. So He is the best one to make good deeds. So in other words, look into the new thing. Have an open eye. What's happening? It's all warnings that we should be careful, we should be vigilant, we should be more patient into looking for the truth. Very important. And this is from Surah Al-A'raf, Ayah 53. Do they await except its meaning? Are they waiting for the meaning of what is revealed? The day of meaning comes. So in other words, the day of the real meaning of what I revealed to you will come. Those who had ignored it before will say, the messengers of our Lord have come with the truth. So are there now any intercessors to intercede for us, or could we be sent back to do other than we used to do? They will have lost themselves, and lost from them is what they used to invent. So everything has to be new, everything has to be something different, something has a new meaning, has a new whatever for mankind. The old things is done, finished. It has its own time, it has its own duration, everything. Now look for something new. This is from Surah Al-Bayyinah, ayah number 1. Those who believe among the people of the scripture and the polytheists were not to be parted from misbelief until there come to them clear evidence. So they're looking for clear evidence. What is the clear evidence? A messenger from God reciting purified scriptures. A messenger of God. So there is something new coming. Purified messenger. Within which are correct writings. The writings are correct. Look into, see what he's writing, what he's asking for, what he's saying I came for, what's happening. We have to be very careful. We have to really study and find out. All this idea of we have to be careful, it's very important. As a human being, you have to find out what's the reason you are created, what you have to believe. Is there something in you? That's it. The end of the world by saying, that's it. Nothing is going to come. Nothing is going to happen. That's beautiful. Say it's great news. Of course it's great news, something new, from which you turn away. So God had envisaged that eventually we were all gonna turn away, because it's new. Everything new, everybody wants to turn away. Why change the existence? Why? Because existence has led us to nothing. Wars, calamities, poverty, extreme wealth. So we have to look for the new news. And the new news is we are turned away from it. We don't like it. We are fighting it. Okay. This is some writings about the signs of the end, signs of rebirth, signs of resurrection, signs of day of judgment. I have here something I would like to share with you. It's a tradition of Islam, one of the traditions of Islam. This is from Baha'u'llah writing. The people of Quran, Baha'u'llah testifies, have risen against us and tormented us with such a torment that the Holy Script lamented, and the thunder roared out, and the clouds wept over us. Muhammad, the Apostle of God, bewailed in the all highest for what's happening of the new messenger. This is from the hadith. Baha'u'llah is stating, a day shall be witnessed by my people. Their own traditions condemn them, whereon there will be have remained of Islam not but a name, and the Quran not but a mere appearance. The doctors of that age shall be the most evil the world hath ever seen. Mischief hath proceeded from them, and on them it will recoil. Who are the doctors today? The people we are following? Very known, very well known act. And again, most of them enemies will be the divines. That's exactly what's happening now. They are those divines that make us different, make us hate each other, make us fight each other. His bidding they will not obey, but will protest, saying, this is contrary to that which hath been handed down unto us by the Imams of the faith, and will again at their honor his medication shall descend upon you, and your cause shall afflict you, and your religion shall remain an empty word on your tongues. And then these signs appear amongst you. Anticipate the day when the red hot wind will have swept over you, or the day when you will have been disfigured, or when stones will have rained about you. That's from Toeg Effendi, Promised Days Come, page 99. Well, thank you very much, friends, for this opportunity to talk about those Islamic prophecies. The next talk will be about number 9 and number 19 in the holy books. Those are very holy numbers, and the meaning of them, we'll discuss it at a later date.